Welcome to rightplants4me. rightplants4me is an interactive website, and it's designed to help you find the right plants to suit every aspect of your garden and seasonal needs. It's very simple to use. You can select any combination of flower colour, leaf colour, your month or season, height, aspect, your soil type, or if you happen to know the name, you can type the name in the text box using the common name or Latin name. For this simple demonstration, I'm going to show you how to find plants with yellow flowers. I'm going to select some months, put in the height, and press search. It quickly finds just those plants that suit your requirements. So here we are, we've got 76 plants, a whole variety of them. If I want to narrow down my search, I can put in an aspect, and I get a more refined plant list. If I want to go in and have a look at any plant, I can either click on the thumbnail or the name, and it opens up the page with the full description, height and spread. We can see the attributes, which tells us the period of interest, planting period, pruning. If you hover over the thumbnails, they're enlarged so you can see the plant in more detail. It has any pests and diseases. This one's trouble-free. Pruning. So this is herbaceous plant, so it needs cutting back at the end of the year or the following year, and it'll send out a healthy new growth. This website in the pruning section will tell you when to prune your plants. This button tells you planting advice, plant care, time-lapse. Plants have fascinating ways of attracting insects to pollinate them, so I've added some time-lapse of those, so I hope you find those useful. Although we were looking for yellow flowers, we found the Keindahan. By clicking on the same genus, we find other Keindahan. So we've got pink ones and orange ones, so that's quite useful. For those who want to subscribe, you can make visual plant lists and notes. So in here we've got a choice. If you've already got it in your garden, you can add it to the plants that you have. Or in this case, I want to put it into the plants that I want, into my shopping list. We don't actually sell the plants, so you will need to source those yourself. But that will now be put in the plants that I want. I'll show you that in a moment. You can add notes. Very useful if you're a student or a garden designer. You want to keep your homework notes, or you want to give some information to your client. You can type in here, and that will print out with the photograph. I don't like labels on my plants, so I use it for recording where I've planted it, so when it comes to pruning, I know where it is, or if I've propagated any useful information like that. So let's have a look at the plant list. We've got plants that I want. So I'm off down to the garden centre, I'm going online. So here's a visual list. There we are, there's our Keindahan added there. Now I've managed to find the plant, so I don't want it in my wants list. I now want to move it to the plants that I have. So I simply click this button, and it's been swapped over to the plants that I have. If we have a look in the plants that I have, I can see all my plants, but then what's very handy is you can actually select your plants in any month. So let's have a look in February, so I can see the plants that I've got. So I've got a few plants, but not very many. I've got this lovely hamamelis, maybe an orange flower beside it would look really good. So I could go and select February, an orange flower, and find a plant that I think will go very well with that, and add that to my plants that I want list. The other very useful thing is when you've added your plants to your plant list, you can see which plants you have that need pruning. So click on plants to prune. You can select a month. So again, let's go into March, show my plants, and here we are, we've got our hamamelis. What do I do with that? So show the plant, and it'll come up with the plant main page. Click on the pruning, and the illustrated pruning advice basically tells you that it needs just a few of the cross branches removed to keep the plant open, and by cutting out old diseased branches, the plant is putting it into healthy new growth, which is basically what you want, and you can keep your plant nice and compact so it looks attractive. So hopefully you find that interesting and useful. Now I'll just quickly show you how to find plants for autumn colour. So instead of a flower colour, I'm going to choose red leaf, and I'm going to look at plants for October, November, and search and see what it finds for me. And here we are, lots of lovely aces and other plants. And so let's click on this one. So here we are. Gosh, lots of photos of this mature tree, and got lovely bark as well. It'll grow to 6 meters, so I think yes, that'll do fine. Again, just by knowing the height and spread is very useful, so you don't buy a massive great tree for a small garden. So anyway, I'm going to add that to the plants that I want. Oh, I already have that one. Okay, well I hope you find the site useful. It is free to browse. I hope you enjoy it and get some use out of it. For those who do want to make plant lists and notes, then it's very simple. You just press the register button and you subscribe. Thanks very much.